Rebbe Nachman spoke about the importance and the greatness of being by him for Rosh Hashanah. His wording is Ish Bal Ya'ader. No man should be missing. From this, some people want to derive men and not women. That's another topic. I'm not going to go into that. But his wording was no man should be missing. Anyone, he said his wording there also, anybody shesar lemishmato, anyone who takes heed of Rebbe Nachman's words, that means they're not opposed to Rebbe Nachman's teachings, they embrace and they take seriously Rebbe Nachman's words, should make sure that they are also in Uman by him for Rosh Hashanah. Fine. This is what Rebbe Nachman said in his lifetime. So now, he didn't say to be by him in Uman Rosh Hashanah, he said to be by him for Rosh Hashanah. This is brought down in the book Chaim Moharan, Tzaddik. There also, Reb Noson, who dedicates a whole chapter called the importance of his Rosh Hashanah, the greatness and importance of Rebbe Nachman's Rosh Hashanah. He adds like this, that in Rebbe Nachman's last Rosh Hashanah of his life, in the year 1810, and he knew he was going to die. He alluded to it and mentioned it clearly that he was going to die soon. And even though he was going to die soon, on his last Rosh Hashanah, he kept on saying, there's nothing greater than being by me for Rosh Hashanah, and nobody should be missing. And he said this on the Rosh Hashanah. In other words, it's already Rosh Hashanah, and he knows he's going to die. So what is it his intent to say that? If it's his last Rosh Hashanah, so it's over. So Reb Noson, who understood and understands till today Rebbe Nachman better than anybody else, as Rebbe Nachman himself stated. Reb Noson brings it down what Rebbe Nachman said regarding him, regarding Reb Noson. He brings us down in the introduction to this book, Chaim Moharan, Tzaddik, that Rebbe Nachman attested that nobody understands him, Rebbe Nachman, except for Reb Noson. That's his word, except for. That Reb Noson is the one who understood Rebbe Nachman better than anybody else. He's the one who really understands Rebbe Nachman's true intent and what he taught and what he revealed. So if that's the case, we must, if we're looking for the truth of the matter, toil to try to understand how Reb Noson understood Rebbe Nachman, as opposed to how us alone directly, without the perspective, without the lenses and prescription of Reb Noson to understanding Rebbe Nachman. So with that said, Reb Noson writes clearly, it was understood from Rebbe Nachman's gestures and what he said on his last Rosh Hashanah, before his last Rosh Hashanah, and on his last Rosh Hashanah, that he will want us to continue to be by him after his passing by his gravesite for Rosh Hashanah. Rav Noson, therefore, is the source of this movement, this conduct of people traveling to be by Rebbe Nachman for Rosh Hashanah, but it's with the understanding that Reb Noson is the one who understands Rebbe Nachman better than anyone else, as Rebbe Nachman himself said. So that is the clarification, that it's from Reb Noson understanding Rebbe Nachman, and it's taken seriously as if it's from Rebbe Nachman himself, since this is what Reb Noson explained. And this illustrates and it expresses a point, again, how Rebbe Nachman's movement and the conduct is 100% based on Reb Noson. If Reb Noson, this disciple, is not in the picture, it is no longer part of the Breslov thing. Everything has to be through the lens of this Reb Noson, who understood Rebbe Nachman better than anybody else, and this applies especially to the gathering by Rebbe Nachman every year in Uman Rosh Hashana, and explains why this item, more than anything else, has the most attack and the most opposition of all the things. People say, you can follow Rebbe Nachman's teachings, this, that, but I won't let you go to Uman for Rosh Hashana to leave your family and this and that for Rosh Hashana. And this is the area, again, because of its importance and because of its presentation even in the world. It's through Reb Noson, so people don't take it seriously, and yet it's really the opposite. It's Rebbe Nachman's warning that no one should be missing, and it's through Reb Noson who expressed it. From here we know it's valid and true and utmost importance to make sure of being by Rebbe Nachman for Rosh Hashanah every year. And this is the bulk, the backbone makeup of anybody who wants to make a committed following to Rebbe Nachman, not something which is just comfortable and easy for him, but now he has seen so much how Rebbe Nachman has changed their lives that he's willing now to make what's needed, the self-sacrifice, to follow the advice of this tzaddik. If again they've seen the change. Someone who hasn't seen changes, we're not talking to them. It's specifically people who feel a commitment and a connection to Rebbe Nachman's teachings. This item of being by him for Rosh Hashanah is of paramount importance.